Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning. We're both fine and dandy today, aren't we?
Yes,
We are indeed, and no more will be said on it.
yes.
We're here today. Less of a normal spiel. We're here to talk about what is probably my favourite movie of all time. It
Mm,
is a movie. This is my opening statement. This is a movie that is always somewhere in my top five, and the fact that it's always in my
mm,
top five makes me think it's probably actually my favourite. Because
mm.
I know a lot of films, it depends on your mood and stuff like that as to whether you really like it. But no matter what mood I'm in, I fucking love this film.
Yeah,
And this film is The Princess Bride, the
yes.
Rob Reiner directed 1987 movie, starring all sorts of people who we will probably go through as we go along. Um, what do you want to open with?
Well, I'd not seen this film before today,
Hmm.
and I heard a lot about it. It was one of those films that I don't think I've ever heard anybody say a bad thing about it.
Hmm.
So I was kind of intrigued, and I watched it, and we've watched a fair few films for this,
Yeah, we
and
have.
of yours. This is definitely the best one. This
Oh, that's
is
good.
great. I kind of love this.
Good. I'm pleased.
I think all the characters are great. The tone is great. The humor's great.
I
The
don't think I
framing
could have
device is
handled it today
great.
if you'd said you'd hated this film, so that's good.
Yes, The Princess Bride. I can confirm. Princess Bride is a great film.
It
This
does.
is a lot. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
really good.
There's basically everything you could want in this film apart from sport, as they allude to.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even then, there's sort of sport because there's sort of fencing. So
yeah. There's some great
it's a nice,
action fencing scenes. So yeah,
it's a nice
it's
range of film, isn't it?
yes. This is a classic. This is definitely a classic.
It is. So let's crack on. We open with Fred Savage,
Yeah,
sick at home,
yeah.
and he's playing a baseball game on a. I mean, it's a games console of some sort,
It's
isn't
like a
it?
SNES or I don't
Yeah,
know.
I didn't bother looking into what it is, but it's an old film, so it's going to be an old games console, and
Yeah,
it's some baseball game because no one plays baseball on games these days.
no,
It's an outdated sport for video games because what do? You hit the ball, that's it.
you run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. So yeah, and his mum is like, "Oh, your granddad's here," and his granddad played by Peter Falk.
yeah. It's Columbo. Columbo walks
Yes,
in.
he does, which is a nice surprise. And then one thing leads to another. Peter Falk is going to read a storybook that's been passed down generation to generation
Mm.
to to Fred Savage, and that storybook is The Princess Bride.
Yes, that's our framing device, and we will cut back to Fred Savage and Columbo throughout the movie as they react to
Hmm.
various bits, and it's great.
Yes,
So
I think
yeah,
it's a nice touch to have that sort of occasional jump back to them
yeah,
because it helps reaffirm that this is a story that is being told.
yes. This is a fairy tale.
Yeah, this is not a thing that actually happened.
Yeah,
This
yes,
is
it's great.
it's just a story, and
Yeah,
I like the fact that when we have narration, it is Peter Falk doing it.
yeah.
You know,
I like
we
that
don't have it
relationship.
often, but yeah,
Yes,
it's a nice touch.
yes.
So what happens next, Ben?
Well,
How does the story
we
itself open?
yeah, we start the story and we're introduced to our main two characters, Buttercup, who is
Yep,
a farm girl
that's
who lives there alone.
played by Robin Wright,
Um, yes, who would go on to play Kevin Spacey's wife in House of Cards.
and would also play Jenny in Forrest Gump.
Yes,
Hmm.
and yeah, married to two of history's greatest monsters, as will be revealed one day, no doubt. Um,
I just want
and
to
she,
reiterate, Ben has a suspicion of Tom Hanks, not
I don't
Forrest
trust
Gump.
him. I don't trust Tom Hanks. I don't know what it is about him. I wouldn't be surprised, man, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and obviously
I
we've
don't
already
think it's
heard.
sex stuff, but I think there might be some bodies buried.
Well, you don't last
Um,
that long in Hollywood without stiffing someone.
anyway, Buttercup has a farm boy
Yep.
called Wesley, though she only ever refers to him as farm boy.
Hmm.
And she has two great pleasures in life. One is riding horses, and the other is giving orders to this farm boy. And as I said, she only ever refers to him as farm boy, and he only says one phrase to her, which is "as you wish."
Yes. And there comes a point
And
where she comes to learn that when he says that, he means that he loves her. And
yes,
eventually, she's even more surprised to learn that she thinks she loves him too.
yes,
Yeah.
And we see the blossoming relationship.
Mm,
One problem: they ain't got no money.
damn straight.
I don't know why they can't just marry and run this farm together, but whatever. Wesley wants to make something of himself, so he's off to find his fortune.
One assumes
And
dowry.
yes, and he immediately gets captured and murdered by some chap called the Dread Pirate Roberts.
There is one teeny tiny detail that we've overlooked here.
Oh,
We do get an interjection by Fred Savage, thinking that it's
oh
just a
yeah,
kissing book.
yes,
The only reason I mention that is because of the character development that we have.
yes. It comes back
Yes.
at the end. He's a kid. He's a little boy. You don't like all that gooey, sucky romance stuff. Give him fucking cool shit.
Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, he gets captured by pirates.
Yes,
Wesley, not Fred Savage. This
no,
isn't Time Bandits.
no.
But yeah, he's captured by the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Mm.
Why have I
He
put
was,
Rogers there? It's Roberts, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he
Well,
never leaves
who-
anyone alive. That's
yes,
his
he's
thing.
infamous for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Buttercup hears that he's been captured and it's like, well, he must be dead because the Dread Pirate Roberts never leaves anybody alive.
Yeah. And she'll never love again.
5 years later, she's loving again,
Oh, hang on.
although she's not really.
No, but Prince Humperdinck is going to
Yes,
marry a commoner, and it's going to be Buttercup. Humperdinck, as played
yes.
by Chris Sarandon, who happened to be in our last film, um, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh right,
Yeah,
was he
he's just
Jack
one of the voices.
Skeleton?
I think he's the vocal, not the singing, the talking for
Yeah.
Jack.
Oh right.
Yeah, which is just odd coincidence because this was always going to be the film that we did at this point anyway, and
Yeah.
then obviously, yeah, it's funny how it works.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so he's the prince, right? And he needs the princess, and he can marry whoever the fuck he wants, and he's decided he wants to marry her.
Because it's the
Um,
500th anniversary of their nation's founding, and
yeah,
it will bring him closer to common people or whatever.
yeah, but his dad's old, so he's going to be king soon,
Yeah.
all that kind of
Yes.
shit. So she
Father,
goes. Sorry, go on.
incidentally, his dad is played by the king is played by a chap called Willoughby Gray,
Hmm.
who I looked this up because I looked at the face and was like, that looks vaguely familiar, and I looked him up. He plays a Nazi scientist in the James Bond film A View to a Kill.
I'm going to level with you. I was going to make a weird joke about him having been a Nazi. Um, um, and what do you know?
He played a Nazi
We
scientist.
played a Nazi. Um,
Yes,
so yes, this marriage is coming up. The wedding's coming up. She goes out for her daily rides, and she gets accosted, doesn't she, by a trio?
yes, a fucking great trio.
Yes, Fezzik, Inigo, and Vizzini, as played by
Yes.
Andre the Giant, Mandy Patinkin, and Wallace Shawn, respectively.
Yes, they're great.
They fucking are. I love the chemistry
Really
between the
good.
three of them. There's this whole one of the things I've seen said a lot about this film is that it's a bit like a D&D campaign,
Mm,
and if there was anything that would possibly indicate that, it's this three specifically. The way that they interact and the way that their skill sets are set up is very
yes.
much, you've got the barbarian, you've got your fighter, you've got your, I'm gonna say wizard for the sake of
Yeah,
the
warlock or
intellect,
something like
but
that,
something like that. And yeah, that is it, isn't it? One of them is strong, one of them is
Yes,
combat
smart. One of them
efficient.
is skilled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, they kidnap her, and we learn from their conversations, that they're going to frame it on the country across the sea called Gilda.
yes,
It's going to be like a reason to start a war.
yes,
Yes. And two of them, Fezzik and Inigo, the giant and the swordsman, voice their discomfort at killing
Yeah.
Buttercup. They do make it. They're like, look, I don't really know if this is what we should be doing. I don't think this is a good idea, and they're both sold off for thinking.
yes.
Yes.
It's the dynamic is very clear that Wallace, the Grand Nagus, is in charge,
Yeah.
and I fucking love Wallace Shawn, and the other two are sort of hired help, who are more moral and are just sort of going along this for money because he sort of browbeats them.
Yeah, he mentions how Fezzik was unemployed in Greenland, and Inigo was
Yes.
a drunkard.
Yeah, it's throughout this film there are references to real life places in addition to fantasy places, and it's kind of weird, and I don't mind it. But it's just I don't know, it adds something, and I can't quite put my finger on what. But yeah,
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
So they're sailing along quite nicely, and Inigo's like, I think we're being. Are you sure we're not being followed, or we can't be followed? And of course, what does Sean says? That's inconceivable. Which is something of a catchphrase for his character. And this goes on for a little while, and he says, "Why do you ask?" He's like, "There's a boat behind us." Like, oh well, it's probably just a fisherman out for a late night stroll, looking for eels. And while they're distracted, Buttercup throws herself over the side.
Good God, not into the water that's infested with eels.
Yes, yes, as she soon finds out, and she hears creepy noises, and Wallace Shawn points out that they only make those noises and they get louder when they're about to eat on people.
Yes.
One of them lunges for her, and
we get an interjection again.
yes, we do.
But Peter's folks like, look, she doesn't get eaten because apparently Fred Savage was looking nervous about it.
Yes. Throughout this, Fred Savage gets progressively more and more invested in this story.
Yes, and
sort of tries not to look like he's invested, but he is.
Because he's too cool for this sort of shit, right?
Yeah, he's a little kid. Yeah.
And when they go back to the story, Peter Falk he goes back a page, doesn't he? He's gone.
Which is a lovely touch. It really is. Little touch.
You've already read this bit. Oh yes, where were we? And it sort of fast forwards through the visual of it while he's trying to work.
Yeah.
And it's just nice. It's such a It adds an element of realism to the storytelling aspect of it. I feel. I know realism is probably the worst thing to say for it because it's all fucking fictional and you don't actually have a fucking video when you're having a story being told to you. But it's a nice touch. Yeah.
Yes. But mercifully, Andre the Giant bonks the eel on the head, and they save her and tie her up.
Yep.
And they continue on their way, still being followed. And arrive at the Cliffs of Insanity.
Good lord! That's filmed in Ireland, apparently, somewhere in Ireland.
It does look like Ireland. So they're climbing up this cliff. Andre the Giant has this sort of bunch of slings around him, so the others can sit and get pulled up because he's super strong.
Mm-hmm.
And Wallace Shawn is quite clear. This guy, whoever he is, he won't be able to climb this up this rope. He will have to go to the docks and make the long way around. We will not see him again. We're way ahead of him now.
Yeah.
But he's wrong.
Oh my god!
Because he's climbing up behind him and he's gaining.
That's inconceivable.
Isn't it just?
Yes. And we have one of my favourite lines here.
Yeah, go on.
When they're at the top, they cut the rope to stop him being able to climb up, but he's hanging on to the cliff. The Man in Black, they call him at this point. And so we have inconceivable, and Inigo turns to him and says, "You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means."
There were a fair few moments in this film where I was like, "Oh, that's where that comes from."
Yep. It's a wonder. Oh, it's probably one of the most quoted lines from that and the other big one. Which we'll get to later.
I mean, there's a few big ones. I couldn't tell you which one you mean.
You'll know. You'll know which one I mean when we get to it.
Yeah.
But we have a few. There's a few lines actually in here, but in the exchange that comes up. So they wander off. They leave Inigo behind to finish him off if he gets to the top. If he falls, great. If he doesn't, kill him. Basically.
Kill him. And he goes like, "I'm going to use my left hand because that's more of a challenge." Yes. And Wallace Shawn was like, "Whatever, just kill him. I don't care."
Yeah. I'll not be satisfied. It'll be over too quick.
And we have I fucking love this bit.
The exchange between
it's it's such a great play where he's like, "That looks really difficult." He's like, "Yeah, it is. Please don't distract me." do you want me to throw the rope down? I don't trust you. I'm a Spaniard. I've met a lot of Spaniards. I didn't trust any of them.
Yeah.
They weren't very trustworthy. He's like, I swear on my dead father's soul or something.
Yes.
He throws the rope down. He gets up and he's like, "Take a minute. Just you're clearly out of breath. Just take a minute."
Yeah.
So, "Oh, thank you."
It's such a nice. You can see here that Inigo is a moral, principled, honourable man.
He's a gentleman. Yes.
He's a good guy. He's just doing a bad job.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. This is not anything personal. You know, it wouldn't be right for me to just. I could just leave you to climb up. I could just throw rocks down at you and knock you off. I'm not going to do that.
But
we get some backstory.
We do. We find out that Inigo is he's hunting a six-fingered man who had commissioned his father to make a sword for him and then killed him instead of when he wouldn't accept it for a tenth of the price or something like that. And this is the line that we for probably one of the other most famous lines in this is the thing he knows he's going to say when he finds the six-fingered man. That's, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
Yes.
And he laments the fact that he's been training for 20 years, I think it is, but there's not a lot of money in revenge, so he has to do jobs for people
I could
like
do odd jobs,
yeah,
yeah.
and they keep talking it a bit more, and eventually the man in black stands up. He's like, look, you've been fair to me, whether I'm ready or not. I think it's time we do this. And we have another. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die. Which
Yeah.
again is a nice. They have a mutual respect for one another given the situation they're in.
Yes.
This is going to be a clean fight.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. We get some nice character work. There's some great dialogue. You get an impression of the man in black as well.
Yep.
And he's polite and a good talker. And
Of the man in black,
and they have
so named because he's wearing black and he has a face mask on. So I don't know who he is. We know who he is because we're not idiots. But
yeah.
You know? I'm
So
assuming you knew who he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they have a really great fight.
Yep.
And at a certain point, it's pretty clear that the man in black has the advantage.
Yep.
And then Inigo says, but I know something. I know something you don't. I'm not actually left-handed, and he switches to his dominant hand, his right hand, and now he has the upper hand.
Yep.
And then the man in black says, but I know something you don't. I'm also not left-handed.
Dun, dun, dun. And then
which is so ridiculous.
It is. It really is.
It's so silly. I love it.
They're talking about sword fighting techniques whilst they're and they're all genuine and accurately described sword fighting techniques. They are They have a proper methods and counters to the stuff that they're talking about. It's like the terrain favors such and such, and but I find that's cancelled out if they use Agrippa and stuff like that. They're all genuine terms that you would use for sword fighting from way back when. So that's a nice touch as well. It's a nice little bit of research that's gone into the.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's good.
But in the end, the man in black wins the fight.
Yes.
Quite easily in the end. And he doesn't kill Inigo. He knocks him out. It's like, look, I don't want to kill you, but I can't have you following me either.
You're an artist. It would be.
I'd sooner smash a stained glass window. I think it is for what he says. So he knocks him out, and then he chases after the others.
Yeah. So 1 down, 2 to go.
Yep.
And we cut to the top of a hill.
Inconceivable.
Yes. Oh my God. How the he's still following us? Right. Andre the Giant. Kill him. How do I do that? Do your thing. You stand behind the rock, holding another rock, and when he comes around the corner, you hit him in the head.
My way is not very sportsmanlike.
No. Yeah. So yes, the man in black makes it up to the top of the hill, and a stone flies past and hits the rock behind him, narrowly missing him.
Yes.
And a fight ensues.
Yeah. So we have a little. We're gonna fight each other hand to hand. No swords. No weapons.
Yes.
We're just gonna. We're going to put down. You'll put down your rock, and I'll put down my sword, and we're trying to kill each other like civilized men, or something like that. Is for, and because it's more sportsmanlike in his words. He doesn't feel right just knocking him out without warning. He'd rather have a proper. Yeah, and then, like you say, they have a little fight, and we find out a bit more about Andre the Giant's Fezzik character, in that he used to fight in groups.
Yeah.
Because he's such a big guy, he fights groups. Specifically, battling gangs for local charities.
Which is really fun.
Yeah. And again,
I'm going to watch that movie.
It's a good guy thing to do, isn't it? Again, this is a man who's just in a situation where he's got to do this job. That's it. He's not.
Yeah, he's just a hired goon.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But yeah, because he's fighting one man instead of a group, he's using different. You use different skills and different moves for fighting groups than you do for fighting one man, and so he gets worn down by this one man that he's fighting, who is really quick. He's agile.
He's choked out.
Yeah, that's it, and he just basically collapses unconscious on the floor. And the man in black runs off after the last fella, after the Grand Nagus.
Yeah,
we do get a slight aside.
Yes, we do.
In the prince is atop the cliffs of Insanity, and he's analysing the fight from the footprints.
Yeah.
And he determines that the winning man ran towards Gilda and tracks him, because clearly the winner's got the princess.
Yes.
Yes. And we learn that Inigo is left at this point as well. He's woken up and he's dashed off to wherever he's going.
Yeah, he also has another chap with him, along with a bunch of other guards. Another chap called Count Rugen, I think.
Played by Christopher Guest.
Who is he? Is he someone of note?
I
What's he
feel like
been in?
he
Let's
is,
have
but
a look.
I can't think what. You'll have seen him in something
Uh,
probably. Let me search as well.
and he co-wrote Spinal Tap.
Christopher Guest. He'd have done something because that's how. Oh, he was married to Jamie Lee Curtis, or is married maybe still to Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know.
Well, anyway, yes. So we got our Grand Nagus face off. Grand Nagus has set up a lovely little table and is
Hmm.
holding a knife to Buttercup's throat. Buttercup is blindfolded, and Man in Black offers a challenge of wits
Yes.
and sits down, produces a vial, encourages the Grand Nagus to give it a sniff. What you're not smelling
Hmm.
is iodine,
Iocane powder.
iocane powder, which
Yes.
is colorless, odorless, and amongst the most deadly of poisons or something.
Yes.
And basically, he does the old "one of these glasses is poisoned" routine, and we get the Grand Nagus trying to suss it out
Yes.
in a lengthy
I,
scene.
I know I can't trust the glass in front of you because only an idiot would put the glass. Yeah, to point it. Yeah,
Yes.
it's this whole long spiel, and he gets himself tied up in knots. It's basically I can't trust either glass. I can't drink from either of these safely, and therefore
Wait, what's that?
I'm going to resort to distracting you and swapping the
Yes, because
glasses.
wait, what's that? And
What? Where?
oh, nothing. I swear, it was so
Um,
silly.
so yes, they swap the glasses. Um,
Yes, and
and
he makes his choice and takes a deep drink, and then I think the Man in Black does the same,
yep,
and
it says you
Grand
chose
Nagus
wrong.
gloats. You've fallen for one of the classic blunders.
Yes,
The first of which is the most known of which is never get involved in the land war in Asia.
yes.
The second is never cross a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Um, but so yes,
And he's
he's gloating over
laughing.
this, and the Man in Black's like, look, you picked wrong. It's like, no, I didn't. I didn't pick wrong. Ha 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 ha. Kills over dead.
No, kills over dead. Yeah.
Yes, it turns out he'd put it in both of the glasses.
Yes.
Yes, and he'd been
See.
building up an immunity to it over the years.
Yeah. See, both this and the left-handed, right-handed thing with the sword fight would seem really, really, really cheap out if they weren't played entirely for laughs.
Hmm.
We are not meant to think this is anything other than kind of silly,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Hmm. Yeah.
So he saves Buttercup,
Yeah. He
and
explains to her about the whole both of them had been
yes, and
poisoned.
off they go, and he explains. Uh, well, he's angry with her
Yeah.
because she's getting remarried, and he basically calls her out on being faithless and whatever, and he reveals that he's the Dread Pirate Roberts, and
Yep.
that he met Wesley,
Hmm.
and she's really angry and devastated because she never got over that,
Yep.
and he says, "Yeah, I killed him," and he told me about you though, and he said you were very faithful, and now I see you're not.
Hmm.
Anyway, she pushes him down a hill.
Well, there's this bit. It's another line. She says, "You mock my pain," and his response is, "Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling
That's
something."
another one. Yeah, that's another one.
That's one that I adapt in everyday use.
I know I've heard you use it
Surprisingly
before.
often. So yeah, but yeah, she pushes him down the hill. There's a bit of a struggle, but she pushes him down the hill, and as he and insists that he die, she wants him to die. And as he's falling down, he says three words.
As you wish.
So she
He's
throws
like,
herself
"Oh
down after
shit,
him.
Wesley!" A
Whoops.
very, very steep hill.
Yes, it's not a pleasant fall, is it? That's quite
No,
that would kill a lot of people. That fall.
I watched it and I thought
That did
that is
Barry
not
in.
Robin Wright. That is not Robin Wright. That is not the other guy. That is them in a sound booth going, "Oh, ow, ow,"
Yeah.
over and over again. I bet.
That
It's worth noting that the Royal Guard has sort of caught up with them at this point,
yeah,
having followed all the clues,
yeah,
and yeah, they're getting closer.
yeah.
And they land at the bottom, and he takes off his mask, and they have a smooch, and he says, "Oh, I was always coming back for you." And once again, we get another interruption.
Yes.
So Columbo skips this bit.
Hmm.
They're walking down a path and they're going to the Swamp of Flames. What is it called?
It's the fire swamp.
Fire Swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's three things about the fire swamp.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're having to talk about the his time getting captured and how the pirate. It said please don't kill me. I need to be
Yeah.
him, and that had caught the Dread Pirate Roberts' attention.
Yes.
And he'd said, "All right, well I've never had a valet before. Give it a go. I'll most likely kill you in the morning." And this went on for like 3 years before he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm not the real Dread Pirate Roberts,
Yeah.
and
He's
I'm
like
going
the
to train
third.
you to be my replacement.
Which is so great.
Yeah.
Like that in itself could be a film.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, this is it's like the first one made a shit ton of money, retired, and left it to a guy called Cumberbund or something,
Something I don't know.
who later retired and left it to this guy whose name is Ryan, I think.
So
And then he retires, and he's the we're told that he remained as first mate for a while when they got this new crew in, and sort of help Wesley get established,
yeah,
and then he left. That's what Wesley's been doing.
yeah.
I kind of wish we saw his crew though. I kind of wish they did something with that.
There was talk of the ship being
Yeah.
regular fire swamp, but we never got to it, did we?
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. Yeah,
Hmm. But yeah, we're having this conversation, and then we find out about three different things that are in the swamp. We have the fire jets, which
Yes.
give it the fire swamp its name, and there's a popping sound when they shoot
Yeah.
fire up, and it catches fire to her dress.
yeah,
We find out about the quicksand, or
Yeah.
lightning sand, I think they call it, which is just quicksand, and you slip in, and he manages to dive in after her and pull her out. And then
Yeah.
she questions the rodents of unusual size, which I'm not sure.
No,
I'm not sure of the
it's
situation.
even better. It's even better than that because she mentions them with an acronym.
Yes, ROUSs.
That's so much funnier than just saying rodents of unusual size.
Yeah,
Like they're so well known that there's an acronym for them in this world.
I'm a bit unsure about this situation here. This is the one bit I have any real doubt on in this film, because he says, "I don't think they exist,"
Yeah,
having literally just watched one of them.
I agree.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
That did give me pause as well, and I thought I must have watched it wrong or something.
No,
That he must not have seen that the audience we were meant to see them and they weren't.
We have
Maybe
this
he's
bit-
lying to her. To,
I think
make her feel
he
better,
must be
I don't know.
lying. Yeah, he's got to be, because from the way it looks, he's looking directly at one that is watching them whilst they're
Yeah.
hugging. So she doesn't see it, but he does. And then we get the typical, "I don't think they," and then it jumps him.
Yes, what is clearly a little person actor in a suit.
Yes. Do you know who does the
Again.
voices for those rodents?
Is it Peter O'Toole?
It was Rob Reiner himself.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, he did the voice for the rodents of unusual size. Yeah, there's a bit of a
Yes.
scuffle. One of them bites him, and he manages
Really
to...
fucks his shoulder up.
Oh yeah, it really does. But he rolls, he tussles with it, and there's a popping sound, and he basically gets it set on fire.
Then he stabs it in the groin. It looks.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so between them, they've basically navigated the fire swamp, and at the other end, oh no, the prince is there with his entourage and Count Rugen.
Yes.
Bastards.
A bit of back and forth where Wesley refuses to surrender, but Buttercup notices that there's crossbowmen lining up.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if we surrender, do you promise to let him live?
Yes.
And Humperdinck's like, yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. And then immediately whispers to Count Rugen, "Throw
Burn
him in
in
the
the
pit
pit."
of despair." So
Yes.
yes. So they
What's the actual line there? Because doesn't Count Rugen repeat something that Wesley says?
I can't remember.
I
be
can't
honest.
remember either. But yeah. So they take them both away,
Hmm.
and Buttercup ends up back at the castle, and Wesley does indeed end up in the pit of despair, being looked after by Mel Smith.
Yes. Yeah.
That caught me off guard.
Did it really?
Yeah, I was like, wait, is that Mel Smith?
He apparently he won't watch the film because the eye contact
Because he's
lenses he
dead.
needed. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have watched the film because the contact lenses he was wearing caused such pain. He didn't want to relive the trauma of it.
Fair
Apparently,
enough.
the lens solution it caused irritation to his skin and his eyes, and he couldn't fucking handle it. He was in massive
I'm.
pain every scene he was in. Apparently,
You can't tell.
no, you
Give him
can't. Can
credit.
you? No, but
I had
well
no idea.
acted.
I had no idea he was in this.
No,
No idea at all. And
well,
he's good.
it's a small part to be fair.
Well, there are no small parts, Jordan. Only small actors.
Well, no, he's barely in it.
Yeah, he's belly in it.
But we get this bit where he's his introduction. He's cleaning
It's
up
such a
Wesley, and
Such a stupid, funny.
he's like, "You're in the you're in the pit of despair."
Yes,
It's
it's like clear. You think he's gonna have this croaky, but then he clears his point and he's just a guy.
just a regular guy. He's just an
It's
albino. That's
such-
it. That's the only thing that's different
it's
about him.
Such a cheap gag, and it works.
It really does. We just teeny tiny bit. Oh no, hang on. He's cleaning him up. He's like, well, why am I here if I'm going to be killed? It's like, well, you're going to be tortured, and they want you to be healthy before you're tortured, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. We did see just before this that Count Rugen is indeed a six-fingered man.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so Wesley spots it, and it's like, oh, someone was
Yeah.
asking about a six-fingered man,
Yeah.
and then he gets knocked out and dragged away. And,
Yeah. We've established now that Count Rugen is the guy who killed him.
Most likely,
Dad.
it's probably him. He's the only six-fingered man we see in this film. It should be.
Yeah,
likely.
it's clearly the implication of the film. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we find out that the king's dead, and that Buttercup
Yes.
and Humperdinck have been married. She's now the queen, and a woman.
Fred Savage interjects and is like, "No, wait, they can't get married. You mean he wins?
Yeah, who gets
Or maybe that's
Humperdinck?
late. Yeah, nobody gets what he wants. He wins.
Yeah,
Life isn't fair.
nobody kills him.
Of course, it turns out that's not the case, and it's a dream because a lady's booing at her and calling her shit.
Yeah,
For
bow,
abandoning her true
boo,
love.
boo, bow down to the queen of slime.
Yeah, it's a guilt dream.
Yeah, and Fred Savage is like, I told you I was right. Sorry, I told you it wasn't right. Yes, you're very smart. Shut up. Which is, I like that. Yeah. So yeah, she wakes up and she insists that she's like, I can't marry you. Wesley's my true love. And he says we've got 10 days to the wedding. What I'll do is I'll send four letters. We'll send them in my 4 fastest ships. The Dread Pirate Roberts is always around this time of year, and if he comes back before, fantastic, off you go. And if not, would you at least consider me a suitable substitute?
Alternative to suicide.
Yes.
It's such a. Fucking hell. This film's good.
Yeah. We also get a little aside here. It's revealed here that he arranged the kidnapping in the first place because he wants to go
Yes.
to war with Gilda. Not to her. He doesn't
Yes.
say to her. Obviously, he says it to one of his mates.
Yes,
one of his guards.
he's gonna kill her on the wedding night. He arranged this kidnapping as a pretext for. He just found some common girl. He's gonna marry her. You killed the queen. We go to war.
Yeah.
And I want to say, do you remember when we watched the Three Musketeers? And
Yeah.
I said I found the villain team kind of weak.
Yeah.
These guys are great.
Yeah. Good.
There's another bit where he speaks to I don't know whether it's the captain of the King's Guard or something,
Mm.
but he comes in and is beckoned over to his chair and he puts his arm on the chair and
Yes.
there's a brief moment where he just looks at him and he takes it off and then Humperdinck puts his arm. He is to round up all the brigands and the thieves guild or something. There's like a bit of woodland where they all
Spies
live.
from Gilda are in the thieves' forest and are planning to kill the princess or something like that.
Yeah, he's sort of laying the groundwork. He's seeding it.
Yes.
So yeah, he wants them to go and arrest them all.
We also silly little thing here. We find out that the Count Rugen, Count Tyrone Rugen.
Yeah,
It's
weird names.
it is.
A Tyrone and a Ryan.
There's this like, if you haven't got your health, what have you got? Moment between him and the Brits.
Oh, I fucking love that.
and we find out he's
Yes,
writing. So go on.
No, so they're going to the torture chamber,
Hmm.
and Ruben's like, "Do you want to come in and see what I'm doing?" And Humperdinck's like, "You know what? I've just got so much on.
I
I've got
love
this
watching you
wedding,
work, but
I've got to kill my wife. I've got, I'm just Swamp Man." And he's like, "You know what? Go ahead. If you haven't got your health, what have you got?"
and then he goes to fucking torture Wesley.
Yes.
He reveals that he's writing a book on pain, and he's
Yeah.
got this machine that removes years from your life. So he puts it on the lower setting and then interviews Wesley, who can only communicate through groans because this suction pump style machine has sucked a year of his life away.
Yes.
Um, but yes, we find out that they're trying to clear the forest, but there's a Spaniard giving them trouble.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute. Surely
ooh.
there can't be more than one.
No, not around here. And it is indeed Inigo, and he's waiting for Vizzini.
And he's drunk again.
Yeah, he's drunk. It's like you said, if a job goes bad, go to where it started, and this is where we got the job. So,
Yeah.
and he's drunk, and they're like, well, we need to move him. We need to get rid of him. Get the Brute Squad. And oh my god, the Brute Squad is none other than Fezzik,
Yeah.
Andre the Giant, who helps sober him up, sort of looks after him for a
Yes.
bit.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, we need to find out how to.
Well, he reveals that Count Rugen is a six-fingered man. I
Yes.
don't know how he knows that.
Well,
But he must
presumably,
have met him
presumably
Brute Squad
Fezzik,
or something.
yeah, when it was all
Yeah.
organised now.
Point is, Inigo now knows who killed his father and he knows how to get him. But the only problem is there's 30 guys guarding the gate.
Yeah,
They
between
can't
them,
get in.
they can't handle 30 between them. Even on my best, I can probably only handle like 5.
Yeah, they need a thinking guy. And their thinking guy is dead.
Yes.
So they've got to find another one. But where do you find one? Well, what about the man in black? Because he outsmarted the Grand Nagus.
Yeah.
He's got to be pretty clever. Let's find him.
He managed to beat me at swordplay, managed to overpower you, and he's managed to outsmart Vizzini. He's like the best guy.
Yeah, let's find him.
You know. So well, where are we going to
Off
find
they
him? But yeah, they what am I gonna? What was it? Buttercup finds out that ships weren't sent.
Yeah.
She's like, well, he said something about how on their honeymoon they'll be accompanied by all the entire fleet, and she's like, well, apart from the 4 fastest, of course. It's like, well, yes, no, of course, apart. And she sums up there. She works out there that he's not sent the boat, the letters, but it doesn't matter because Wesley will come for her anyway, and so he locks her in a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's so angry because this is true love, and he's pissed off because he doesn't have that. And it's like, ugh. So he goes down to see Wesley and knocks the machine up to 50,
Yes.
despite Count Rugen's protests, because he was only going to knock it up to 5.
Yeah.
That's like the maximum a person can take, and it causes him so much pain. Everybody in the village or the town or the city can hear screaming,
It's just
including
miles around.
Andre the Giant and Inigo,
Yeah.
who follow that screaming into a glen and encounter Mel Smith.
Yes. And in an attempt to jog his memory, accidentally knock him out.
Jogging too hard, yeah.
Yeah. So they use Inigo prays to his father.
Yes.
He's like, look, guide me. I can get revenge. I need you to guide me to find the man who can do this with us. And he's pointing his sword. He's waving his sword around, and he points it towards the tree, and it doesn't do anything. So he rests up against the tree, in a sort of moment of this is it, we're fucked, and it opens the secret door to the pit of despair.
Yeah, they did it.
Hooray!
Except he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, Wesley's a dead man, and we get an
Wait a
interjection
minute.
here.
Yeah, go on.
Fred Savage is like, well, who kills the prince if Wesley's dead? Nobody
Oh,
kills
that's
him.
the bit, yeah.
And he gets so worked up about it. Peter Falk's like, look, maybe we ought to stop doing this. And Fred is like, no, carry on.
That's development. He's getting into it.
Yeah. So they decide, well, there's only one thing that we can do about this. We need to take Wesley to Miracle Max.
To this wonderful, like, old Jewish guy.
Yep.
Who's like,
And his wife.
and his wife, played by Carol Kane and Billy Crystal.
Yes. And Miracle Max declares him mostly dead.
Yeah.
They can bring him back. It's going to take a little while for him to wake up properly. Little fun fact here. Apparently, Billy Crystal was so funny on set that Mandy Patinkin bruised a rib from the laughter, and Rob Reiner had to leave the set while they were filming some of his stuff. My personal favourite, my personal favourite exchange is when his wife walks in. He's like, "Get back, witch," and she says, "I'm not a witch. I'm your wife."
My favourite bit of that entire scene is towards the end.
Go on.
Well, the gist of it is, Billy Crystal, Miracle Max has been fired by Humperdinck.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even bear to hear his name. and he
Humperdinck,
will only
Humperdinck.
do this. Yeah, he'll only do this thing for a noble cause, and he sort of gets Wesley to speak using some bellows, and he says true love, and Miracle Maxwell denies it.
To
And then it's
Blave.
revealed that then it's revealed that we're going to stop Humperdinck's wedding. It's like,
Mm,
wait, you'll embarrass him? Yeah, we're going to totally ruin his day. It's like, I'm in, sold.
mm,
So they fix him up. They give him like a bit of medicine to
yeah.
take, and they send them on their way. And
Yeah.
Miracle Max's wife are at the door waving. He's like, "Bye, boys. Have fun storming the castle."
Think it'll work?
They'll take a miracle.
Oh, it's a lovely little exchange, but yeah,
It's like God, this movie. It's just
it moves
this
from
is such
great
a warm,
scene.
great classic.
It moves from great scene to great scene.
And like, there's not a single character I dislike in it.
No.
It doesn't work for me.
So the three of them now are atop like a gatehouse, watching in front of a main gatehouse into the castle, and they wake him up. They give him a medicine. They wake him up, and he's like, they're like, how long is it going to take to work? And immediately he wakes up, but he can't really move.
Yeah,
You know, he's limp. There's a bit about how what you think I should be excited because I can move my thumb. You know,
yeah,
yeah. They ascertain what equipment they've got so they can work out how to do this, and they've got a wheelbarrow and a cloak and half an hour to save a day. Basically,
yes.
so they put together a plan.
hmm
Fezzik in the cloak on the wheelbarrow is pretending to be the Dread Pirate Roberts, and he's going to kill all 60 guards now because they've doubled the guard if they don't
Yes.
get out of the way. It scares most of them.
They set him on fire, which is enough to shit most of them up.
Well, yeah,
Presumably they know who the Dread Pirate Roberts is. He looks to be about 10 feet tall, and he's on fire.
yeah, and
It's
he
like,
doesn't
fuck
care that
this.
he's on fire.
Yeah,
You know. So most of them Scarpa. There's just one guy left. It's the captain of the guard fella from earlier. And
yeah.
they're like, give me the key. What key? It's Fezzik, tear his arms off. Oh, this key.
Oh, well, while this is going on,
Hmm.
we get another one of those scenes where it's such a simple joke, but
Yeah.
it's delivered so perfectly. We
It's
get
Peter Cook. Yes.
as a sort of as a priest with a speech impediment.
Marriage.
The best bit for me is when he says buttercup, and he doesn't even say it like but he just makes a noise. He just go back home. Like
Oh, it's just yeah.
it's
Just
it's such a cheap gag, but it's like it's
it
played so
works.
perfectly.
It's the fact that no one brings attention to it. I mean, this is a thing that everyone knows. Everyone knows in the
Yeah.
it's not. There's not a laugh in the room. There's nothing. This is just
It is
how it
never,
is.
yeah, it's never acknowledged.
No,
It's never nobody. There's not even so much as like a side eye between
No.
two characters. Yeah,
Um,
it's perfect, and he's like prattling on
Hmm.
about love, and Humperdinck's like get to the point. So they skip sort of to the end.
say man and wife, man and wife.
Yes,
Yes,
he
and
says it.
yeah, and then like, as far as he's concerned, they're married. So he drags her off to put her in the honeymoon suite.
Yes.
And you know they could hear the commotion outside, so he's trying to get it hurried up a little bit.
She's taken off by the king and queen.
Yes, and he
And,
says,
uh,
she says to him, doesn't she? You know, you've always been very kind to me. And I wanted to let you know that before I killed myself. And he gives him a little kiss.
Oh, how
He's-
nice! She gave me a kiss.
It's fucking-
He's clearly a little senile.
yeah, but
But
well,
the
I mean,
gang, yeah, the three of them, Inigo, Andre the Giant, and Wesley break in, and they come face to face with Count Rugen and a bunch of guys who
Worth
are
noting,
dispatched.
very briefly, that Fezzik is carrying Wesley.
Yeah, because Wesley's still mostly paralyzed.
He can't move by his own on his own accord at this point, by the look of it. So you know, yeah,
They come
Inigo
face to face with.
dispatches.
Yes, and then Rugen steps forward, and Inigo gets to deliver his line, and he
Yes.
says, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." And Rugen gets the fuck out of there. He just turns and runs,
Yeah, he legs it.
which is great.
Yeah.
You're expecting this great showdown with the villain. He's like, "Okay, you're clearly really good. I'm going. Bye." So he has to chase him down, and he needs Andre's help to break down a door.
So they leave Wesley propped up against a suit of armor,
Yeah,
while
And then
Fezzik
looms
literally
him.
just one hits, bangs the
Yeah.
door down, and Wesley's vanished when Fezzik gets back.
yeah.
Yeah, where's he gone?
Yeah. I just want to say, like, it's a testament to this film and how well drawn its characters are that when Inigo Montoya does deliver his line finally to the man who actually killed his father, it's a pretty powerful moment. You
Mm?
feel the impact of those words that he's
Yeah.
finally getting to do this.
I meant for it to be slightly subverted by it being a fuck.
He just runs
Just
off,
runs away. There is no
which
massive.
is
This showdown
yeah,
doesn't
it's
happen.
great.
This
Not
this
yet, anyway.
20 years of his life building up to this moment, and it doesn't go anywhere near quite how he was
Which
hoping it would.
yeah, which again kind of makes sense because the
Yeah.
last time he fought him, he was like 11 years old, and it's entirely possible Rugen just like was not particularly skilled or anything, just
Mm.
like cheated and stabbed his father to death.
Yeah.
He may well have been a decent swordsman, but if Rugen got caught him unawares or whatever, and
Well,
yeah, he
not
beat an
only that.
11-year-old kid.
When you account, what are you? How much sword fighting are you actually doing anyway? You'll be out of practice.
But he's probably trained, but it makes sense that Inigo's like
Mm.
probably builds this guy up in his head as the ultimate evil, and in reality, he's just sort of a thuggish nobleman.
Yeah.
He's not anything special.
We so Inigo chases after him after his door's been
Yeah,
broken down, and he does get hit. They get to a point where he's basically caught over him, and Rugen has stopped, got a throwing knife, and throws it at Inigo, where it hits him right in the gut.
I kind of call bullshit on this entire point because he should definitely be dead. That is
Yeah,
too much damage
yeah,
to
yeah,
take.
yeah.
Yeah,
I completely agree with you. He shouldn't survive this, but he gets taunted,
yeah.
doesn't it? It's like I think I remember 20 years, and this is how it ends for you.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yes. We get a cut to Buttercup, who's in the honeymoon suite, and she's got a knife.
Yeah.
She gets a knife out of a box, and there's a line here. She places it against her chest. And do you know what his line is?
Nice tits, shame to ruin them.
There is a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
said.
yeah, near enough.
Not as classy, like.
No, no, of course. And it turns out he's laying on the bed, so she pounces him. No, keep it in your
Presumably
pants,
having,
love.
presumably having crawled his way down the
Yes.
corridor.
Managed to somehow find the perfect room to stop this happening. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
what a lucky situation.
yeah,
But yes, he's like gently, and she's not gentle at all, and it hurts. It's clear that it hurts him.
yeah.
But we go back to Inigo, and he's going to get finished off by Count Rugen, but somehow instinct seems to take over, and he starts parrying the blows, so they only go into his
Yeah.
shoulder
He
rather
gets
than
sort of second wind. He just gets stabbed a few times. Like this guy is.
he
Yeah,
should
he
not
should be dead.
survive this.
No, he should be dead. I thought they were going to kill him.
Yeah, well,
But, yeah,
but he as he's defending against, he starts saying his line again, and he's advancing,
over
and
and
he's
over
like,
again.
stop saying that, and he just keeps going.
It's he takes he gets his second wind from this desire to get revenge.
And he manages to get the upper hand, and
Yeah.
Rugen's like, well, what can I? I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything you want. Just name it. I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
It's such a great line.
And Bender stabs him.
It's perfectly fucking delivered.
There's this sort of acceptance that he can't be bought off. He's here for the one thing that he knows he'll
Yes.
never have. He knows he can't have it back.
It
But-
summed up all the pain of that character.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's fucking great.
he stabs Rugen, who presumably dies because bad guys die
Yeah.
quite easy in this film.
Yeah.
And then he sort of stagger runs off because he's wounded as fuck.
Meanwhile, Humperdinck's arrived,
Yes.
and there's a bit of back and forth, and he says, "We'll fight to the death."
No to the pain.
He's like, "Is that a thing?"
I'm not
Like, what?
familiar. What is this?
And he explains that he's basically going to mutilate him beyond all recognition, but he's not going to cut off his ears because he wants him to hear every baby that cries, dog that howls, and woman that exclaims at his horrible deformities.
Yes. And it's like
So drop the sword
maybe it's
and
possible that
Humperdinck.
maybe I could defeat you, and maybe it's possible that the only reason I'm not standing right now is because I lack the strength to do so. And he gets up, points his sword at him, and then Humperdinck, as you say, drops the sword. Buttercup ties him to a chair, and then he basically collapses. And it's like, yes, I knew he was bluffing. I knew he was bluffing.
And Ego bursts in. It's like, "Oh, God, kill him. Let's kill him." It's like, no, he's going to live with the stain of his cowardice. which again doesn't make a lot of sense because why doesn't he just hunt them down? There's no
Well,
reason for him not to do that. I don't know. Minor issue.
yeah.
We'll add that to the list, but
But we hear some shouting and it sounds like Fezzik.
yeah,
And he's outside, and it turns out he's found 4 horses, one for each of them. If they find the lady, hello,
yeah, and they
lady.
have.
So
She sort of smiles back. It's lovely.
they jump out the window, they ride off into the sunset. We get this bit where Wesley's like, "Well, I think you'd make a great Dread Pirate Roberts to
Yeah,
Inigo."
and he goes like, I've spent so much of my life looking for revenge. I don't know what to do with it now. I've got it.
Have you
As
considered
you
Pirate
say.
Zoo?
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. That he's
Yeah.
going to be the next Dread Pirate. Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
sense.
So they ride off into the sunset, and there's the start of a kiss moment, and Peter Falk's like, "No, hang on, this is kissing. We'll stop."
Yeah,
And Fred Savage, having grown throughout the story, is like, I don't mind so much. So yeah, there's this.
yeah.
We get there. Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 perfect kisses. Blah de blah de blah.
Just blew my all out of the water.
Yes, and that's the end of the story. And then
Grandad Columbo gets up to leave.
yeah,
Weirdly,
just,
like pats down his pockets for like
yeah,
10 seconds.
exchange maybe.
Yeah.
It's
And
a granddad
turns
thing to do,
leave.
isn't it? It's what you
Yeah.
do.
He turns to leave, and Fred Savage says, "Hey, Grandad, maybe you can come back tomorrow and reread the story again." And Columbo says, "As you wish." And movie ends.
We get the end credit sequence, and we get the various characters on and their actor names on the screen. Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits did the music for this, which I didn't
I did
learn.
not.
I learned that not this watch through, but the watch through previous. I was like, holy fuck, that's Mark Knopfler who did the music. And obviously, I'm a big Dire Straits fan, at least up to their 1985 work. So I was quite pleased
Yeah,
to
money
to
for
see
nothing.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, he. Yeah, that's the film. So yeah, overall, I mean, I fucking love this film. I don't think anything could happen to make me not love this film, personally. There are, as you say, a few possible flaw moments in there that don't quite work, but overall, it's a great film.
I mean, yeah, it's very nearly perfect. I
Mm,
mean, it's one of those films that's so close to perfect that its minor flaws really don't matter. The characters are great. It's funny. The tone's great. Framing device is great.
mm.
It's a lot of fun to watch. I wasn't bored through any of it.
Yeah,
The
yeah, the
villains are
pacing
great.
works, doesn't it?
It's yeah. This it's exactly as good as everybody says it is.
Hmm. I'm so pleased you liked it.
So
I
yeah,
am.
good pick.
Thank you. This is of course our first movie of 2026.
Yeah.
And I thought this year maybe we could introduce something a little new to this.
No, not
And
yet.
I thought about this literally about 10 minutes before we started, whilst I was making a cuppa.
Okay.
So I've given this very little thought so far, and I know you won't have.
Okay.
I would like to ask you your favourite and least favourite performance of this film.
Okay.
And that's it. Just every film we do this year, if we remember, favourite and least favourite performance. And I know it's going to be difficult for some films, and it's going to be really fucking easy for others. But who do you think gave the best performance in this film?
Yes. I don't know. Billy Crystal's great. The guy who plays Inigo's great.
For me, I think I would say
Wallace Shawn
Mandy
is great.
Patinkin, who played it Inigo. I think he's my pick.
Do you
for
know what?
best.
Yeah, because of those two moments I talked about where he finally gets to say his line
Mm,
to Count Rugen, and then when he says, "I want my father," but yeah, those two moments kind of make it.
yeah,
I think.
I think,
In terms of worst performance,
and again, this is going to be difficult. I think.
I mean Andre the Giant technically because he's a wrestler, but there's such a warmth to him.
It sort of works, doesn't
I
it?
can't. I can't. There
Actually,
is no bad performance in this
fun
film.
story. Apparently, he really loved making this film because no one looked at him in that
Yeah.
sort of this is a giant of a man kind of awkward way. Apparently,
Mm.
they treated him just like a regular bloke. And apparently, there's a moment where I don't know how true this is. Apparently, there's a moment where he let out like a 15-second fart, and someone
Yeah,
asked if he was
heard that
okay,
story.
and he said, "Yes, I am now," which is fucking brilliant.
Heard the story about him getting drunk in a hotel lobby after drinking like 50 pints of beer, and they just had to leave him because he was too big to move.
Oh,
um, Yeah, I can't pick a bad film. I can't.
It is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no, I can't do it. I refuse to do it. I
Okay,
refuse
that's
to do
fair
it.
enough. That's fair enough. I can't think of a character that stands out to me as being weak. Even like the captain of the guard is a wonderful performance. You know,
Yeah,
it's a small part, but it works. He's a memorable character despite the fact he's barely in it. He does
yeah,
these things. I mean, you made a point of the he's got the line about the gate key. He's got the bit with the chair. It's
yeah.
like
Little tiny moments that are funny.
everyone's got shit like that. So yeah,
Yes,
okay, fair enough then. Yeah,
it's great.
cool. Well, yeah,
How
well,
many films have I got left?
oh, don't do this to
I
me.
feel like I feel like it's six. Am
Don't
I
do this
right?
to me.
I know. I'm sorry. I keep losing track.
If I take this one off my list, I have five left. You started, didn't you? So in theory, you should have five. We picked your film first when we did Van Helsing, so we should. I suppose in theory you should have five. Oh wait, no, hang on.
I thought I was ending it as well as starting it.
No, hang on. I've got six still. I forgot.
Okay.
I did one after, but before we did the Star Trek stuff.
Well, I've only got six on my list, so
Okay, well then, yeah, your six and then my six, and
okay,
that'll even us out, and then we'll do a Star Treks.
great.
Cool.
Would you like to know what my next one is?
Well, as long as it's not one of my six, yeah, go for it.
I shouldn't think it is.
Okay,
Well,
what is it?
I have three films on my list that are of the same genre, generally speaking,
Okay,
and it's a genre we sort of kind of touched on with some films, but never like a film specifically of that genre. And it's
okay,
kind of fitting as we're coming up to February, which, as we all know, is the month of love.
okay.
So my first of these three films, and
51st Dates.
no, it's my favorite romantic comedy of all time, one of my favorite films of all time. It's Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Four Weddings and a Funeral. I've not seen
I
that in
fucking love
years.
Four Weddings and a Funeral, and it's on Amazon, not
Oh, that,
Amazon, Netflix.
oh, that helps. Four
So
Weddings and a
yeah,
Funeral. Yes, I've not seen
I
that in a long
fucking love
time.
it. I saw it recently. I saw it like last week. I want to watch it again and talk about it. Got a lot to say. I think it's great.
Right, the films I've got left, I've got two animated. I've
Yeah.
got a sci-fi. I've got a gang one. I've got a weird comedy, and I've got a film I've not actually seen before.
Okay, I have three romantic films of various bents,
Hmm.
uh, two action, and a horror.
Okay, and then we'll do the
So,
Star Treks.
and then we'll do the Star Treks.
So hang on, we've got 12 left before we do the thing. That means that's 3 months. So come April time, we'll be doing Star Trek.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we can do our final thoughts of the films we shared with each other that we like,
oh, no, I've
and
still
then
got
after
I've got
Star.
films after that as well, but
Well,
I've put
my
aside.
my view on the whole, we'll get to it when we get to it. But after Star Trek, my approach is going to be let's watch films I haven't seen but would really like to watch.
Okay. Well, I've got films. I've got three films that I've shortlisted for after that I have seen all of, and you've
Yeah.
probably seen at least one of them. Oh, well, I know you'll have seen at least one of them because you well, I'll be surprised if you haven't. Um, but yeah, after that, I mean, I'm adding them as I think of them, sort of thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'll watch that again. Um, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
see you next time for Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Bye.